Well, as far as the year finally coming to an end, thankfully, and with prospects for a quick turnaround in the economy looking, well, unlikely at best, let's take a look at some financial predictions that didn't quite pan out. As far as unemployment is concerned, remember this quote from the Treasury Secretary Henry Paulson. Back in May, he said, tax rebates, business incentives will help create more than 500,000 jobs by year end. Nice try, Hank. We all know that hasn't exactly happened. And then, how about the now famous September quote by Senator John McCain? The fundamentals of the economy are strong. Oops. The economy generally thought to be what cost McCain the election. With us now, president of money management firm Kaltbaum Associates, Gary Kaltbaum. Gary, great to see you.
And happy holidays to you.
You have given us your list of regrettable, famous quotes. Let's begin with Hank Paulson. Here it is. Let's put it up on the screen. I don't see subprime mortgage market troubles imposing a serious problem. I think it's going to be largely contained. When was that? April last year?
That one was in April of '07. And, you know, it's not just one quote that really is the problem here. For 2 years straight, both Paulson and Bernanke was saying everything's okay, don't worry. If I had a dime for every time they said housing was bottoming, I'd be on a yacht right now. And therein lies how we ended up in the problem. They sat there while Rome was burning, doing absolutely nothing about the problem that was coming on ship.
All right. Now, your quote number two, the one you liked, Hank Paulson, again, put it up on the screen. I'm not interested in bailing out investors, lenders, and speculators. That was March of this year. Wow.
You know, once again, you know, I've been talking for months now about the word credibility and trust. And look, nothing personal on the guy. I've never met him. But you can't tell the world you're not bailing out everybody and then bail out the world. Latest, they're going after the auto companies, the auto loan companies. I don't know who's next. Maybe they're going to go after Krispy Kreme. They're having problems. But that's the problem with the markets. They just don't trust what they're hearing out of Washington.
Chris Cox, we love him. He is the head of the SEC. He said this to reporters days before the Bear Stearns collapse. We have a good deal of comfort about the capital cushions of these firms at the moment. That was March 8, 2008.
Greg, I have to tell you, that's where I knew we had a problem. You know, there are regulators and there are regulations. Right then and there, that day, and I wrote in the report, they're not enforcing. Imagine the #1 regulator in the world going on TV to speak to reporters in Washington, acting like a lawyer and the PR firm for Bear Stearns about their capital just days before they go out of business. That's not his job. He's supposed to be enforcing the laws, not defending them. And therein lies the problem we have seen. And we've seen it with the Madoff incident and so many other things that have been going on in Wall Street.
Yeah, with every new scandal, there's a mea culpa from Chris Cox. I just want to throw my own in, which is Alan Greenspan, who was a cheerleader for deregulation. And then obviously when that didn't work, he gets called in front of Congress and says, oh, gee, I was wrong about that. You know, the financial model I've been using for 40 years was wrong.
You know, when I was a kid, I used to use this little thing called Mr. Bubble. Alan Greenspan's face is now on that little jar. This is the guy, and I'm serious when I say this. He created all this with all the easy money, keeping interest rates low for a ridiculous amount of times. And guess what the problem is now? They're using easy money and leverage to try and cure the problem that was caused by easy money and leverage. And that's my worry going forward.
Ain't gonna work.
We'll see.
We'll see. Thanks so much, Gary. Good to see you.
Happy holidays.
New ring.